Hello, you're very welcome. You're on to the Conversations on Kaftan Television, reaching you from our studios in Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory. I'm Mickey Atta. It's my pleasure to be hosting you. Today, we're going to be talking to someone very interesting. She has a lovely, interesting passion, and her passion is for street children. Those children, they term born throwaway, those ones that you see on the street, no mother, no father, nobody to take care of them, and no education. She's very passionate about it, and she's going to be telling us everything they do so far and their future plans for their organization. Okay, it's my pleasure to introduce to you today Sister Gloria Annie. Sister Gloria, you are welcome.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure to have you today.
Thank you.
All right. Sister Gloria is of the Daughters of Our Lady of Peace congregation. But let's first find out exactly how did she come into the ministry. Sister Gloria, how did you become a Reverend Sister?
I was thinking it's a childhood fantasy. But when I finished secondary school, the passion was still there. I even went to high institution, the passion was still there, so I can't resist it. So
Which secondary school, which higher institution?
I attended the Rosary High School in Enugu State.
Okay.
So I did my NCE at the Facet Umunze, Federal College of Education, Technical, at Umunze in Orumba, South Local Government, Anambra State.
Okay. When was the Holy Rosary School? Was it a boarding school?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you have to go to the chapel and, go to the church all the time?
Yeah, we have a chapel in our school.
Yeah.
So they normally come to say a mass and sisters convent.
Yeah.
We are there. So the church belongs to the school belongs to the church.
Okay, the school belongs to the church.
Yeah.
Well, but was it an all-girls school?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have to, were there lots of Reverend Sisters, or did you have one particular role model? You just thought, I want to be like her? Or was just the whole setting?
And there's one Sister Odemena.
Yes.
From DDA congregation. She used to be our guidance and counselor. She's a mother. So looking at her, I was like, if I join this congregation, I will be in heaven. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Are your parents Catholic?
Yeah.
Oh, your mom and dad are Catholics?
Yes.
Okay, so you're born into a Catholic family.
Yes.
Right. So did they resist? Did they try to discourage you, or was it like a green light all the way?
No, at all. Only that when I finished secondary school,
Yes.
I want to go direct, but my mother, due to her sister, younger sister, is a Reverend Sister. So
your mother's younger sister is a Reverend Sister.
Yes.
So you have a Reverend Sister already in the family?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
So my mother wants me to finish high institution.
First.
Yes.
Then make up your mind.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. What did your aunt, that's a Reverend Sister, what did she say?
I did not tell her.
Oh, you didn't tell her?
But she said she knew.
She knew? Okay. She could see the passion in you.
Yes.
Okay. So when did you take your, is it orders? When did you take your vows?
I took my vow around 2015.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
Did you ever teach, like after you finished your NCE?
Teach? No.
You didn't?
But I worked, but not teaching.
Okay. What work did you do?
I did accounting in one construction company.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I read accounting education.
Oh, okay. Beautiful.
Yes.
Okay.
I was an accountant in one construction company.
Okay.
Before I joined.
Yeah. Was that in Abuja, or when did you move to Abuja?
After my philosophy and theology, I moved to Abuja for this ministry.
No, you haven't told us about philosophy and theology. You later did philosophy and theology?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Where?
Yes, I did my philosophy at Siwa Port Harcourt.
Oh, beautiful.
So I did my theology at SIST,
Okay.
Spiritans International School of Theology in Enugu.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you finish from this, like a school of theology, what does that qualify you to be? Is it like a pastor or?
Yeah, if I'm a man, I could have
Yes.
been a priest
Okay.
because I studied with the seminarians.
Okay.
Yes, I did theology with the seminarians in their seminary school.
Yes.
So, but I'm a sister.
Yeah.
So it helps me, since I'm a sister, I will know more about the church.
Right.
You know, Catholic Church, they will not give room for apostasy.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah.
So the theology helps me to, even in this work in the field,
yes.
I will still stand with the church.
Okay.
Know what the church wants.
Yes.
And what is expected of me.
Okay. So was it your order, your congregation that posted you to Abuja, or you just, love to work here?
You know, I love to work here because, first of all, my founder said he liked his work to be done in the city.
Yes.
Because from an investigation, if you go to the village, everybody in the village will have that passion of passing through primary school, secondary school. They may not go to university. But if you come to city, a lot of people move to city and they were struggling there. You find them in the street, they will not go to school. So what we actually want to do, we find it more in the city.
Your target, the students you're targeting.
Yeah.
Okay, so where is your founder based?
My founder is a Cameroonian.
Right.
So he's in Cameroon.
Wow.
So I'm here like founding this congregation and this ministry here in Nigeria.
Oh, fantastic. Okay. So do you have to like make regular reports? Do you go to Cameroon or does he come, or how do you?
No, we just talk
You're
on
totally
phone.
Independent.
Yes, I'm somehow independent. But from guidance I get from him.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Time to time we talk through the WhatsApp.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So as it is, so now you're no mom, no dad, and now you're mom and dad to all these children. That's so interesting. Do you have other siblings?
I have siblings.
Okay. Is any of them into the ministry?
No.
No?
Yeah.
What's your position? Are you the last one?
I'm at the middle.
You're the middle of how many?
We are 9.
Wow.
With some are late.
Wow.
Some are late.
Yeah, and you're at the middle. Okay. Did any of your siblings say, no, you can't go?
At all.
They all supported you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one. We've had lots of guests here and there. Some of them have had very tough times convincing their parents to follow their passion. But in the end, it always turned out right. Okay, so let's go over right away and look at some other aspects, something like, how the schools started. From what I've seen, you said you went around the streets and found these children not going to school. And then when you would ask them and even go over and follow them to their homes, you discover that their parents didn't have enough money to fund their education. Is that what you discovered about all of them? Yes. Were there nuns that were truants? Yes. They were in school and ran away from school?
No.
They were all like poor, indigent people?
Yeah.
Were there any that didn't know their parents?
There is. But I find it difficult to take such people because due to insufficient fund, if I'm taking those ones,
yes,
I have to grow to the extent that I will have a house for them.
True.
Food.
Yeah. Yes.
So for now, for a start,
yes,
I decide to take those who have a place they will go back to go and sleep.
Right.
So but there are a lot of them there that have no home. So I have them in mind.
Yes.
But if we are going to get people that are going to take care of them, help us to take care of them,
right.
So they have to have a home.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's true. Well, so what do their parents? Any of their parents resistive?
No, they're happy.
They're very happy.
At the initial time, they were like, "Will this be true?"
Yeah, everything free.
Yeah,
I know.
there was this kind of skepticism in it.
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Maybe
What's the
they
catch?
want to deceive us.
Yes.
Some say maybe they want to get enough population. If they have what they want, they will now start asking us to pay. You understand? So, but now the school have endured getting to 5 years, and they know that it's not joke.
Fantastic. It's up to 5 years now.
Yeah, I started 2001. This is 2005.
Fantastic. Wow, wow, wow. Why did it take you so long to come to Kaftan Television?
You know, I have to put my own sacrifice. You understand?
Right.
So,
well, that's a very good one. So is it just you? Or do you have like some staff, like the teachers and all that?
I have teachers. I pay the teachers.
All right.
I have like about 4 people working with me.
Okay.
Because due to, if I put the classes one by one, which means like now I have up to class 1 to 5.
You have class 1 to 5
to 5.
Wow.
So if I put them 1-1, which means I will have 5 teachers, which I will not be able to pay them.
For now.
So I merge the class.
Yes.
I have primary 1 and preparatory class 1 class. I have 2 and 3 1 class.
You have 2 and 3 in 1 class?
Yes. So if you are in the class, we divide them 2 seats like this, 3 seats like this. We divide the board. And we have 4 and 5 1 class. So we now have 1 cook.
Yes.
I have 1 cook.
Right. Is the school government approved?
No, because the education people that have been coming, I will tell them this school is
a special school.
Yes, it's charity. It's like a mission.
Right.
That if we grow in future, we may try to come and maybe register. But the organization has been registered with CAC.
Right, since 2021.
In 2021.
Okay.
So, but for now, that kind of money to register for education, Ministry of Education.
And all that. Well, let me ask you though, do you give out any certification?
Yeah, the people that graduated, I went to the primary school nearby. So, the government primary school. So, I registered with those people with that school to take their necessary exams.
Okay, so they take the exams in the government registered schools. Okay, so you just groom them, then they go over there for
we still pay.
Yeah, I know, you have to pay. But I'm just saying you groom them in your school.
Yeah.
Then you take them there for their certification pending when you do your government documentation.
Exactly.
Okay, so how did you get the premises?
I paid.
Okay, it's like a rented property.
Yes, it's a rented property.
Okay, do you live there?
No.
Okay, do you live far away from there?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Because of security.
Okay.
You know, the place is it's like a, will I say suburb or village?
Yeah, it's on the outskirts.
Because of security.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So so that means your children in your catchment area live in that vicinity, right?
Yes.
Okay. So what happens to a child who lives very far away and then can't afford it?
Yeah, we have intention that if we have
branches.
Yes, we have branches if you have sponsors.
Yes.
Well, we intend to go to different villages in Abuja. I have visited the different villages.
All right.
But due to insufficient fund
for now.
And now I say, let me maintain one so that I will not go and carry something that is too big for me.
And then have to shut it down later.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. So is there a playground? Is it like a regular school? Is there a playground and classrooms? Is everything intact?
We have like a hall.
You have a hall? Okay.
So we divided the hall.
Mm-hmm.
Divided the hall.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a, let me say, kick-off campus.
Kick-off campus for now.
For now, yeah.
Okay, like a satellite campus.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you do when, like, if a child should fall ill? How do you treat like Medicare and stuff like that?
I will give the person like if I find that the person is running temperature, first of all, I give the person Panadol.
So you don't have like a nurse or a matron or a...
That's what we have intention, but I can't pay. You know, I paid these people. I'm the one paying these people. So putting a nurse, I think we have it. All these things is what we have in plan.
Okay, but so now let's say a child, comes to school and takes ill. What do you do?
I'll call the parents.
You call the parents, right? So do the parents come and pick them up?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So
if they don't have phone, some of them don't have phone.
Hey, so what do you do?
I'll ask somebody who know their house to take the person home.
Who is the person you're going to ask? Like another teacher?
Yes.
Okay, to take them home.
Yeah.
So once a child falls ill, you take them back to their parents. Right. That's very important because, any little mistake now with a child, especially those kind of vulnerable children, it will now look like, oh, there they go, not minding that, the parental care wasn't really there. But do you do any counseling for these families? For instance, I mean, you're a man and a woman and you're a couple. You're poor, you don't have money. What's the essence of having all this battalion of children and then, leave them on the streets during school hours? You can't afford to pay school fees. So do you do any bit of counseling to their parents?
Yes, I call like a parent meeting.
Right.
So, first of all,
how often is the meeting?
Like you have 3 months in a term.
Right.
Like 2 times.
Okay, twice a term.
If there's anything that happened, it may be 3 times.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
So I will try to speak to the parents.
Right.
First of all, they have given birth. So what will I do?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So, but I'll teach them how to manage the children. At least I'll start from neatness.
Right.
I'll start from neatness.
Right.
I'll teach the parents how to be neat themselves in order to assist their children. So I always tell them that their children is like their hope, their future.
Right.
Like them now. Look at how they end up. So I don't want their children to end up like them. And I always tell them, I always tell them, I say, even if you don't have money, it's not a criteria to be dirty.
I know.
Your child is like a king and a queen. So treat them like one. Give them, clean them, let them come to school neat. When people see them on the road, they'll say, oh, this fine child, because he's neat. So I also tell them, if you don't have money to feed their child, don't give them rice, gari. Give them more of beans so that they will look healthy. I also, like to tell them, do something. Don't stay at home. Go out there. If it is vegetable, go early morning, divide them to sell. Something of that nature. I always also give them hope that if I see something that they can do as a community and form it like a cooperative, the parents.
Yeah, but I'm asking, do you directly tell them anything about family planning? For instance, you are jobless, you're a jobless man married to another jobless woman, and then you have 6 children. All of them roaming about the streets out
Even
of school.
some have 5 in my school.
Some people have 5.
5.
And they don't have any, the man has no job, the woman has no job, no source of income. The 5 children roaming around the streets, they don't have money to send them to school. Do you tell them, deploy family planning so you won't add to the 5 and make it 9?
Of course.
You tell them? Okay,
yeah,
that's
there's
good.
one that is young.
Mm-hmm.
I saw the 3 children, they're not in school.
Right.
So I called her and said, make sure you protect yourself that you will not give birth to another.
No.
And she will say, God forbid, I will not. I say, it's not with mouth.
I know. What's God forbid?
Yeah.
It's all in your hands.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good to know, because some people, I don't know why some people they're so careless about things like that. And then they would call, and then you just try to talk to them and say, oh, God will provide. Yeah. So how come these 3 are out of school? The first one you couldn't afford, and you went, God will provide. The second, God will provide. Third, God will provide. Fourth, fifth, sixth, roaming about, and you're still calling God will provide. At what point will it occur to you that you are the one left to provide?
Of course.
You understand? So I can't wrap my head around the mentality. So I'm very pleased to hear that you speak to them at that level. Because, I mean, these ones are already there. We agree. They're born. Yeah. But for you to now shift out more, we know, like personally, I know a couple like that they're both graduates, both unemployed. For whatever reason, because ideally, maybe the girl's parents should have said no, I would think, but they agreed for them to get married. And in quick succession, they had shifted out 2 children. And everybody's like, for goodness sake, both of you are being helped. You were helped to do the wedding. You were helped to rent a flat. Everything about you're being helped to do. What you should be doing is, urgently looking for a job or, some entrepreneurial business, to do. They said, oh, well, it's not our fault because, you see, we're not working. Everybody's like, what? You are not working. So it's not your fault. You're shifting these children out. Anyway, their parents are quite benevolent. So, the parents were looking after them and looking after the grandparents. But for how long will that continue? God forbid if one of their parents, as his children's grandparents, should go off because they're old people. Yes. If they go off, then what?
Why is their duty to take care of their own parents, not their parents taking care of them and their children?
The parents are taking care of them, taking care of their children.
Which is abnormality.
I know, but to them, they're very... So you begin to wonder, what kind of a mentality is this? Do you encounter, so much of this, should I say, crazy mentality going up lopsided? Do you encounter a whole lot of that? Or you get people who are really committed? For instance, I was just going to come to that. What do you do for funding? Is it your proprietor, your founder who sends dollars to you?
No.
What do you do for funding? What do you do for funding?
I speak to people.
Okay.
Some people are quite interested.
All right.
Yeah. So some people help me to pay.
Right.
Like when I was starting the school, I will go to somebody and say, please, I need children's seats. Some will give me 2. Some will buy 2 and give me. Some will give me 1. Some will give me 3. Because I said I will start with 40. I get 40 seats.
Right.
And the tables.
Right.
So it's uniform. I'll say appeal to people.
Right.
I got money. I bought the uniform. So virtually everything I do there, I appeal to people. And I don't insist in money. If you can buy and give to us, we're happy.
Right.
If you give us money to go and buy, we'll buy. That is how I...
Okay. So it's just like public-spirited, kind-spirited people that, supply either funding or material.
Yeah.
So how about the cookery? Because you said at a point... Tell us what led to you getting the cook anyway. Let me hear it from you.
That some people will come to school and be sleeping, and some people go to school with slippers. I look at them. Some people will not cut their hair. Some will be looking so tattered.
I know.
I look at them and say, these children are hungry. You understand? They will do like this. I say, no, these people I'm teaching. Without food.
It's going in through this and coming out the other.
And I will tell teachers, don't force them. When you are hungry, you cannot do anything. Yeah. So I spoke to one person who is actually the main sponsor of that school. I said, this is what I found out. And some people start withdrawing. I asked of them, they say they have gone back to their village, they did not come back. I will ask some parents, they say, no, the hardship is too much. We don't have food, we can't maintain this. So when I spoke to this man, the man now said, we can feed them. I said, is it easy? He said, don't worry, I will try. So he now told me, what do I intend giving them? I said, I think rice and beans will be good because I like beans for children.
For breakfast, right?
Yes.
Okay. So once they come in the morning, they'll eat first?
No.
Or is it for like midday?
It's midday, 11 o'clock.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah. 11 o'clock. So that even the child did not eat in the morning.
Yes.
11 is still okay.
Yes.
And that 11 can also take you to 2 o'clock for dismissal. Okay. So the person now said, can you just get what it takes to feed the children? So I calculated what I will be giving them daily.
Yes.
And I sent the money, he gave to me, I bought the beans.
You sent the estimate.
The estimate. Although, being first thing you are doing is, as time goes on, I found out that it was a low estimate.
I know, because the next time you come, this is Nigeria.
Yeah.
The price will be 3 times the
And
price.
What I have not done before,
I know.
and even I'm a chef, I'll know what it takes to feed so people, number of people.
Yes.
So the estimate now, I found out that I'm not getting it. So I am the one that's sacrificing now to make sure that I finish what I started.
Go back and tell him. Go back and tell him.
Because
God will give you that favor. Just go back and tell him. I mean, this is Nigeria. Just go back and tell him, sir, this estimate, this is what I found out, and this is what is, lacking.
Because I only calculated food without putting like firewood or charcoal.
Go back and tell him.
Without putting water. We are buying water.
I know.
All these small condiments. Yeah. But we are still cooking anyway.
Right. Okay. So is the school in session right now?
Yeah.
Oh, it's in session. Oh, yes. Okay. That's great. That's a good one to know.
I was there yesterday.
Oh, beautiful. Okay. It's great you could spend the time to call us. Why did you choose that location? Is it Aso Maraba?
Aso A Maraba.
Aso A Maraba. Why did you choose the location?
When I came to Abuja to look for accommodation, it was a Maraba. There was a parish in Maraba that a priest there gave me a house. So, and that priest used to sponsor me with a phone, money for call or upkeep, like just small money.
Right.
And that money, I end up not using it myself. You go out, sister, please, I have not eaten since yesterday. Sister, please, my child is sick. Sister, please, this. I found out giving up all the money without using it. So one day I was like, what is happening here? So one of the priests now told me, what you have did not belong to you. The same thing happened to us. And they're using car. Unless people that came to her, but me, I walk.
Yeah, I know.
Yes, I walk on the street. So I now said, since I benefited from staying here to find a house, let me start from here. So let it be a gift I'll give to
that community. Okay.
For giving me opportunity to, stay here and find a house where I actually want to live.
All right.
So now I start there because that is where I saw poverty walking.
Poverty walking on 2 legs. Wow, it's really engaging. But just stay with us. We'll take a very short breather. When we come back, we're going to continue the discussion with Sister Gloria Annie in just a moment. You're welcome back. It's still the conversation on Kaftan Television. I'm Mickey Atta, your host, and today we're talking to Sister Gloria Annie. She is one of the daughters of Our Lady of Peace congregation, and she is also the brain behind the establishment of Our Lady of Peace Model School at Aso A Maraba. Okay, Sister Gloria, how did you come about joining the Ladies of Our Lady of Peace congregation out of all the congregations? Why did you choose that one?
Because of this mission.
Just because of this mission and your passion.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great one. Okay. So she's established this school, and this school is for indigent children whose parents cannot afford school fees, even in public schools, in government schools, not to talk of private schools. So she sees them roaming about the streets, goes over to their families, makes sure, they live in homes, they have parents, just the limitation being financial. And then beat this at Our Lady of Peace Model School, you are provided with free uniforms, 1 free traditional wear, free sports wear, a free meal, light Medicare. Everything about the school is free. So it wouldn't be out of place to ask you, a viewer, if this program, if what she's doing is inspiring to you, contact our sister here. At the end of the program, she's going to let you know her contact details. And if you want to, you can just put in like your own widow's mite, as it's called. Like she said, it doesn't have to be in cash, not at all. If you want to support with uniforms, maybe you're into school uniform making, that would be great. If you have chairs, if you have tables, school, these children's chairs, children's tables, whatever, every little bit helps. All right, sister, how did you come about this is lofty. How did you come about the notion of giving everything free in a school? I would have thought of, okay, well, you can come to school for free teaching, but free uniform, free, even free traditional wear to go and wear at home.
If I said uniform, buy uniform, they will go back to their home because they don't have it.
My goodness.
They don't have it. The only thing I told them to bring in school, but they can't afford it. Tissue they're going to use in school. So it's difficult.
So you have to provide it?
Yeah, at times.
So yes. How about water? Okay, water wasn't budgeted properly for your budget.
Yes.
I forgot. So if you can support with water as well, drinking water. Okay. So you just thought, well, they can't afford it, so you're going to do it.
Yeah.
Wow. And you just set about it and you've succeeded.
Yeah.
How many do you have? Like you said, your target was 40. 40 is a lot to meet in today's economy. So how many do you do now?
Before I was saying 40, I found out I have 60 something.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. But after graduation of some children, I was not able to admit other people because of space.
Yeah.
Because of space.
Yeah, and overcrowding.
And because of money to take care of them, because things become hard and harder. So I maintain like 30 something now. But next year, a lot of parents have been coming begging. My child have been in the street. My child have been in the street. Last semester, I said, this is second semester. I can't take them. Even yesterday, I went. One woman came. I said, this is third semester. Can we do it first semester? So due to all these people coming, I have intention of taking them. But I don't have the money.
And space constraints, because overcrowding is another thing.
Yes, and space. So I've been appealing to people if they can assist us to get a bigger space, because what we want to do is limited now. Because
but right now you're doing 30 something, right? 34. What's your projection for the next academic year? How many do you want to do?
I want to at least, I don't know, if they come like 20, I'll take like 10.
Okay, to make it like 44.
Yeah.
Okay, because you can't just give in to all the pressure because
Yes.
there'll be overcrowding, which is not even permissible. Okay, so now your projection is 44 for the next academic session. So you need help for 10. As it is, you're barely able to maintain 34 whopping people. Feed them every single day. Do they come around at weekends?
No.
Okay, they don't. It's a Monday to Friday. Okay, setup. Okay, but I was just wanting to look at the area of leisure. Do you do anything, at break time? What do they do at break time?
No, the teachers have been telling me to buy like football, buy like skipping rope, this. But I don't have such money.
For now. Okay. All right. So what do they usually do? Do they just sit in the classroom when it's break time?
No, they jump around.
Okay, they jump around. Yes. Oh, great. There's place for them to jump around.
Yes, more space.
Oh, good. Okay, that's what I was. Okay, well, if there's somewhere to jump around, that's a start, and you can later start fitting in equipment for them because I've noticed people just take leisure as if it's unimportant. Even we who work, we're expected to work and work and work. No, leisure just doesn't seem to feature, but it is a part of life, especially for young grown children. Oh,
all works and no play.
I know they'll really be dull. And like you said, just leave them. If you give them a space, they will know what to do. They will jump around.
Yes.
Oh, that's a good one. Okay, what do you do for discipline? Because if they're really naughty and all that, what do you do to the very naughty children? Do they get expelled? What do you do to the very naughty ones?
A child.
You haven't? Oh, glory to God. That's good.
Even those ones that, naturally they're stubborn, something of that nature. When we started giving them food, everybody wants to come to school, everybody wants to obey, everybody wants to do because you want to come to school, you want to eat.
Oh, goodness. Okay. All right. So essentially there's none that's so naughty you'd have to have them expelled. They're all now falling in line and behaving. Well, that's very good. See, just a little bit of kindness, that's what can do for people. Okay, you give free uniform, you give free feed, every village. Aha! I noticed you said you have an ambition to have a model school in every village. Is this every village in Nigeria or every village in Nasarawa? In what?
In Nigeria.
How many villages are there in Nigeria?
I don't know.
Okay, I'll just start. There are 774 local government areas.
Okay.
So you have a tall dream, very, very tall dream. But I mean, that's how dreams start. You start somewhere from where you are. So like this now is it in FCT or is it in Nasarawa State?
This one is in Nasarawa.
Nasarawa, right? So then you now move further up, FCT and further up and then further out.
I've gone to several villages in FCT, so I know where I want to start. I've gone to a place called Peze.
Yeah.
I've gone to Gwagwa.
Yes.
I've gone to Jiwa.
Wow.
You understand? I have seen similar things there. I've seen poverty walking on the streets. Nobody cares, something of that nature. It's only because it's fund that is, holding me. I don't want to...
And space.
Space. I don't want to start what I will not finish.
I know. Right, that's fantastic. So, okay, like even the Nasarawa you're operating from now, how many local governments are there?
I don't know.
All right, but you are starting from the one that this school is in.
Yes.
You see, where this model school is it large enough to accommodate another one? Because if they're close by, it's easier to coordinate.
It's large enough, but if I will start, there's a place they have ASU A, ASU B, ASU C.
Okay.
So anybody that is close to ASU A can come to this one.
Right.
So either I go to ASU C.
Okay.
Or I go to Masaka.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so the indigent children in that area will now be your catchment.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, you have wonderful ideas. Right. Who draws up the school curriculum? Is it the teachers, or you all sit together and brainstorm?
Yeah, at times, we borrow from the government to know what they're doing.
Okay.
So the one they're not doing, but we want to do it, we now chip in.
Okay, like what?
Like, I will not see something like, how will I put it? We are doing like a handwork.
Okay.
So we have a time we teach children how to cook.
Okay.
Even if you don't have the material, we say it with mouth. That if you want to cook this, you do this, you do the other one, something like that. So we give them opportunity to sing.
Okay.
And to dance.
Oh, wow.
So we know people that are good in this and this.
Yes.
Because actually, we want to take these children from secondary school to... So during secondary school, we want to put something like all this handwork.
Right.
If we find that they are good in that,
right, entrepreneurial skills,
yes,
sort of.
We allow you to grow in that. If you are good in school, we help you to go to university.
Wow.
That's actually what we want to do.
Okay. You know those first set that you said had graduated. Did they further go on to secondary school?
Some of them are still in the street, but we don't have space to start secondary school.
I know. So and they can't go to other secondary schools?
Yeah, they're at home. I visited them. Some of them are at home.
Oh, that's so pathetic. Yeah, but the nice part is you're visiting them. Do you continue, or is it just a one-off? Or visit them once and then leave them? So maybe you want to establish like a visitation panel or a team amongst the teachers who could just from time to time go over. Because I'll tell you a story of a girl. This was it's a little different, but it's still like she's into boxing. She's from Bielsa. As a rule, the parents, you read your books and all that, don't do any sports. It will now be boxing, which, we're not God. You don't know what anybody's talent is. So she, her coach and everybody discovered she's really good in boxing. Well, guess what? Her parents, her father in particular, said, well, you can't go for any training or for anything. All you've got to do is go to school, come back and study your books. So the coaches came over and appealed and begged. Her mother was supportive. Her father, no, absolutely not. You're not going to. So she would creep away after school or stay back after school and do her training. And she would come home and religiously her father would beat her. So, children, then they now become very solidified. She just felt, well, Shebi is going to be beating, isn't it? So she'd stay back from school, go for the training, and know that, I'm going home to get beaten. That's it. And she was getting beaten all the time. Guess what? She's an African title holder. She's representing Nigeria continentally today.
And now the father will be happy.
Oh, no, the father will be boasting.
It's my child.
It's our child. It's my child.
It's my good child.
From that village who nobody knew, it's their name now she's carrying along. So you see, these are the kind of things we're talking about. We don't want to see a situation whereby those children you've put so much in up to the graduation from primary school level, roasting at home. I would really want you to get a visitation to, amongst the teachers. We know that once a term, we go over and encourage them, say, listen, don't forget all we've taught you. If for whatever reason you've been able to come to this free school, somehow you're still going to come to something in society so that they won't, fall into depression after all you've labored for them. You understand? It's a teacher, it's a coach. It's not necessarily a parent who will actually give that spark, that be the catalyst that will bring somebody to, to greatness. I mean, you must have heard the story of Mike Tyson. He probably didn't know his parents. He was brought up by a white foster mother. Today he's the international world boxing champion. In fact, he contested last year in his last fight. So, these are some of the things. And you don't know how much you're inspiring them. So maybe you could sometimes go visiting them You know, don't make it a one-off. Make it a scheduled, like maybe once a term. Visit your graduates and encourage them. And like I said, I would really like you to make an appeal to people about some of the, like you said, you need assistance for 10 more. You can appeal for that.
Okay. What I'm appealing to people is that number one is space. Because if you have enough space, our intention is to train these children to fit in the society.
Right.
At least somebody who finished secondary school can stand his or her feet in the society.
True.
So if you have enough space, we now take them through secondary school and they or one skill and then learn how to sew or something of that nature, so that if they leave our school, they can stand on their own. So we're appealing to people to come and assist us, either giving us a space or buying one machine or two for us, or other.
What do you mean by a machine? Like a sewing machine?
I mean sewing machine.
Okay.
Sewing machine. And the school uniform, even sandals, or even paying our teachers monthly. So this is what we are appealing to the society.
How about food?
And food.
Oh, because food is number one.
It's even food that is sustaining the children to come to school.
Oh, okay. I was wondering what you're waiting for to talk about
it's even food.
Okay.
Please, we need food and water.
Right.
And water. It's like a motivator for the children. So that is what we are appealing to the society.
How about money? Okay, like for paying of the teachers?
Yes, paying teachers to buy like a space, enough space that is ours, so that every year we'll not be looking for money to go and pay the landlord, and landlord keep on increasing the money for the space.
He does?
Yeah.
Doesn't he know what you use it for?
She knows. This year she put it 100% from what we are paying.
Yeah. So essentially, you'd like is like probably your own land and your own space at the end of the day. So I mean, if you have some land you're not using, this will be a perfect place to sow into. So ma'am, tell us all the things you need now. You have the floor.
Yeah, but it must not be in Aso. In any village, you have this land. Even all these villages in Abuja. And the one important thing is that all these villages, we may have like primary school there, and somebody can give us a big house in a town. We'll bring them there for secondary school. Like people from different villages. Maybe we'll have 10 people graduating from Maraba, another 10 from 3 different villages or 4 different villages in Abuja. Yes. They will come to that secondary school and form like 40 people in a year.
And they'll all go to be sponsored to one same secondary school.
Yes, it will cost less.
Yes,
there are certain secondary school all over the places. But if you have one place.
So wait, what is it registered as? Is it registered as a school or just like an NGO?
It's a congregation, but it's registered like a foundation that is taking care of children. Yeah.
Okay. It's registered as a foundation. Yeah, I wanted to ask you something, right? After the establishment, registering as a foundation, is the Our Lady of Peace Model School registered?
No. That was what I was telling you, that education people, they were coming. I told them this is a mission. This is how this school is being run. And they say it's okay.
Oh, they said it's okay?
Yeah.
Okay, for now.
For now.
Yeah, so you want to hurry up and do that as well.
For now, because it's not profit oriented. There's no money.
Yeah. Okay, so non-for-profit. That's why they said you could go ahead. Okay, do you have that in writing, or they just said it to you?
They just said it.
Oh no, you want to get some documentation. Okay, for hunger. 1 meal a day. Okay, so far you've been doing the 1 meal a day. Do you have any intentions of pepping that up? like maybe biscuits or, some snack like, not really a meal, something snack like as well.
What I even have intention, these children are poor children. I was thinking of, I will go to one day I'll meet somebody and say, please, I want my children to eat egg today. They are 30. I need 30 pieces of egg. Or I may say, please, I don't know if you can buy tea and bread for my children today. Something of that nature.
Okay. So you just want the meal, but you want to keep varying the meal itself. I wanted to ask something else. How about footwear? Because children's feet, if the parents can't afford it,
they can't afford it.
Do you do things like trainers, like in the sports uniform you give? Are there trainers?
No, there's
what do they wear?
In school, some days are sports day. So that sports day, maybe we'll have like 2 hours. Children will come outside with their teachers and be doing some warm-up or something of that nature.
What do they wear on their feet?
Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Ooh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a little hard to take. Oh my goodness. So their parents can't even provide them with socks.
I give them socks, but I did not give them shoes.
Oh, you give them socks as well? Fantastic. Wow.
I give them socks,
I know. Because trainers are a little bit tricky. So you can ask for that.
Okay.
Ask.
I'm asking people to come and help us by giving us most of these things we mentioned here, like footwear, school bag, school uniform, food, space, sewing machine, money, paying our teachers.
Do you have any security in the premises?
I don't have any security.
So what do you just padlock it and go home?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. But so safe. It's safe, right?
Yeah. It's not safe like that. At times we'll be looking for our things. There's something I'm forgetting. Textbook. I used to buy textbook for the children.
Yeah.
So we
because you give free textbooks.
Yes. But we don't allow them to go home with it.
Yeah.
If we buy English, we keep them.
Right.
When it's time for English, we give them one. Yeah. It's only English that we bought one. Other ones we bought only for the teacher. So, but we need to buy all these quantitative, verbal, because it's practical.
Yeah, I know.
They have to take home assignments with it.
Yeah.
So we need textbooks appealing to the society to come and even partnership with us.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as it is now, up to now, you're still doing free textbooks and all. So what you're on the long term, you're still going to maintain it at that level? Because like you said, that was one of the parents' fears. So that's the maintenance standard. Everything is just going to be free all through.
Yeah, because
even when you establish the other ones, they're going to be with the same pattern. Free everything.
It's free everything because they were on the street. I was the one that went and called them. You understand?
Yes.
And even they're in our other schools, I said, no, come, our own is better. But this one, they were not in school at all. And I asked, they said they don't have the fund, the resources to be. So I take it upon myself that if I call these people, I will not come and humiliate them by taxing them. So I have to fund
everything.
Yes.
Right.
But I don't allow people who are in school to withdraw their children from the school. If your child is in school, which means you can take care of your child.
Right.
But if he's not in school, I know that actually you need the help.
Right. Okay, I see what you mean. You don't, any child that's already attending a school and the parents are paying.
Yeah.
You don't just come and be so smart and say, oh, okay, this is everything free here. Let me transfer. No, you don't let that happen.
Yeah.
Okay, so one you met on the streets.
Yes.
Okay, that's good.
Even if you you bring your child yourself.
Yes.
Ask you, what are you doing?
Yes.
Are you not working?
Yes.
You don't have business? Because this is for the poor.
Right.
Don't eat food for the poor.
I know.
So if you know that you can afford, take your child to school and pay. Don't pay me. Just go to school where they can pay and pay. But if you know actually that you can't afford it, then now I'll go to your house and investigate and see things by myself.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Right. I mean, this is so inspiring. Sister Gloria, the minute we close down the show, I'm connecting you to a lady whose charity foundation. She has been supporting this handicap school that our former First Lady, Chief Mrs. Stella Abasanjo, had. She takes care of the children there, these special children. I'm going to connect you directly. We close this show to her. Be rest assured, those 10, be rest assured, you have those covered. All right. God bless you. Thank you very much. It's just been inspiring talking today to Sister Gloria Annie, the brain behind the Our Lady of Peace Model School at Maraba. And like she said, I reiterated, whatever you can do. Oh, Sister Gloria, you're going to give out. So how do they contact you?
My phone number.
Go ahead, baby.
My phone number is 080 38 20 29 99.
080 what? That again? Take it slowly.
080 38 20 29 99.
Perfect. So if you want to contact her, because might be too far to locate Mara, but just give a call to her on those numbers she just mentioned here. And like we know, it's the month of May, which is also the month not just for workers, but for children. Children's Day is fast approaching. So why don't you do something this time around for one of these indigent children? So I think that's a perfect way we can round out on the show today. God bless you for watching. Have a wonderful day. I'm Mikiata. It's been The Conversations. God bless. Bye-bye.